Welcome to the Berea Podcast. This is Troy. Last week we shared an episode from another podcast that Della did where we shared marriage tips in honor of our 25th wedding anniversary. We received such positive response from that I want to follow that up this week with an episode from a podcast that I used to do. There's some news related to the TV show The Walking Dead. And a few years ago, with a podcast I did called Completely Comics, interviewed the creator of The Walking Dead, Robert Kirkman. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this archived episode of Completely Comics. And expect a new Berea Podcast episode next week. Here you go.
Welcome to Completely Comics, episode 37, Completely an Evening with Robert Kirkman.
Hey everybody, this is Invincible Troy.
Hey, and this is The Walking Dead Will.
Welcome so much. This is the Completely Comics Podcast. We're so glad you're joining us for this special evening that we have in front of us. We are in the car right now driving through Midway, Kentucky. A little villa full of history. Feel free to Google it.
Yes, it's Midway because it's halfway between Frankfort and Lexington, right?
Absolutely. On a little road that we're going to see buffalo as we go by, maybe a camel, some llama. Who knows? Because this is just an interesting...
A 1L llama or a 2L llama?
Well, that 1L llama, he's a priest.
Right.
This is
priest.
2L llama, he's a beast.
You ever seen a 3L llama?
I will bet my pajama that I've not.
Okay.
That takes us back to 10th grade literature. I digress. We're going to an incredible comic shop named A Plus Comics on Facebook, on the internet. We'll have some interviews with the owners a little bit later. But we're going there tonight, 4 days before Christmas, because they are having a signing with Robert Kirkman.
The Robert Kirkman.
He deserves a "the."
He does deserve a "the," yes.
He does deserve a "the." So this is pretty cool. We volunteered to entertain some people in the lines, so we're going to be doing some on-the-spot interviews, and who knows what else zaniness we'll get into. But I wanted to give you an on-the-road thing. What are you most excited about, Will?
I get to meet Robert Kirkman.
That is going to be pretty cool. He's going to be right there.
I have some questions about his early Image days when he first started with Image. So,
like what?
Like, what was it, I don't know how he got started basically with Image, how he got introduced to them, what was his process and getting himself discovered, that kind of thing.
There you go. I'm curious when he's going to feel like he's made it. That's going to be my question for him. If it's not happened already.
I think he's probably officially made it.
No, there's probably, like, Jim Carrey tells the story that he wrote himself a $10 million check and kept it in his wallet until he could cash it, and that was his measure. But he was dirt poor at the time. This was before Living Color, and that was his measure of, I will have achieved success when I can cash that check. I wonder if Robert Kirkman's done such a thing, that his vision for success is not even arrived yet.
Maybe one of his creations being turned into a popular TV show.
See, but I don't know. We don't know what's inside his mind. That's our goal tonight.
To get inside the mind of Robert Kirkman.
Right, being Robert Kirkman. That's what we're going to do. Alrighty? So let's go ahead and pause. The next thing you hear will be the crazy excitement of A Plus Comics.
Indeed it will.
Well, this is Troy.
Hey, this is Will.
And who do we have now?
Oh, my name's Steve. Asian Steve is what I'm known by.
Well, on what boards?
On the Twitter and message
The
boards.
Twitter?
The internets.
Oh, gotcha. Asian
Steve. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
good deal. So you're here at Robert Kirkman's signing. How long have you been a fan, or what do you?
Since the beginning, Tony Moore handed me a copy of number 1 before it came out, and it was awesome.
I've heard
We're
that.
getting scooted. Sorry.
Right.
Uncle I'm small.
So yeah, I've been following it ever since.
Wow. So you're from around here. Did you know that? I assume you knew Tony back then.
Right, not friends, but acquaintances and everything. So he knew that I was interested in comics. He was doing a Masters of the Universe comic back then,
Yeah.
and I was heavy into that. So a mutual friend of ours was like, "Hey, there's this guy drawing Masters of the Universe comics." So I went and looked at some of his art, and he was a really cool guy, and he sold me some stuff and gave me a copy of the number 1 of this. So.
Do you still have it?
Yeah.
Is he going to sign that?
I've already gotten him to sign it.
Oh, pish posh. This is old school.
I've got all the hardcovers signed. Hi.
Yeah, wait.
Sorry.
That's a boulder walking through. Everybody knows Asian Steve.
That's right. Yeah, so I've got all the hardcovers, and they're highlighted in a different color, each one of them.
Right.
So I've got each of, these 3 are the most recent 3, and I've got the Sharpies. These aren't Sharpies. I've got the Sharpies of each color that they're highlighted in so that he'll sign them in the color of the highlight.
Now, are you doing that for you,
For me.
or for ultimately, you're going to sell it big time?
Well, I mean, for my grandkids, I guess.
Oh, I guess
when
so.
When I pass those off.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Will zombies be big then?
Zombies will always be big.
They will be our masters, so I suppose they'll be pretty big, I guess. Yeah.
Good deal.
Yeah.
So people can follow you searching on Twitter for Asian Steve.
They probably shouldn't, but yeah, they could do that if they wanted, yeah.
Good deal. I'm sure you have good things to say. Alrighty, well, thanks so much.
Yeah, man, thanks.
How does it feel to be number 1?
Tiring. I've been sitting here for a while. I've watched Mission Impossible. We watched iRobot, and we were just getting into Iron Man.
My goodness, what time did you get here for the signing?
I came in earlier today just to see if anybody was here. Nobody was here yet, so I went and ran a couple errands, grabbed something to eat, got back here about 2:30.
Where did you eat?
Arby's.
Oh,
right
good.
down the street.
Okay,
It's
good.
Convenient.
That is good.
So it
move.
puts you in the right frame of mind.
Absolutely, yeah.
Is it still with you? Okay.
Well, I had a nutty buddy a little while ago. That
Thanks for
helped.
sharing.
Took the edge off.
Oh, that's great. That's good. Well, what did you have signed?
I got the dollar one of the first issue because I can't
Oh, the
afford it.
weekly?
yeah?
Is it the weekly one? or-
No, it's just the reprint.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I'm too poor for the original.
I'm with
And
you.
I got this signed.
Oh, cool. Yeah, the trade paperback.
Yeah.
Look at that.
And that's number 1 of the weekly one. I just really like that cover. That's the one I'm gonna hang on the wall.
Cool.
And then I got the companion book of the show.
I've got you the
That's gonna be a
Chronicles.
gift, though.
Got for Christmas?
Oh yeah.
Cool. Who are you going to give it to?
My little brother, he couldn't make it.
Oh. How old is he?
Let's see, 91.
He's 91?
No, he was born in 91.
Oh, okay.
He's 20 now. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
He's a little tyke.
Well, yeah, I've got maybe an inch on him, so yeah, he's kind of small.
That is awesome. Well, so you were here at like 2:30 for a 6 o'clock signing?
Yeah.
You deserve
Totally
number 1.
worth it, though. He's a really good guy.
That is great.
Even took a picture with me.
Oh, cool. Very good.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I'm going to go home and redecorate.
All right. Well, thanks so much.
Hey, this is roving reporter Will here at A Plus Comics, and who am I with today?
Jason McGrady.
Hey, Jason, how are you doing today?
Good, sir.
So you went to see who did you see today?
Mr. Kirkman.
And what did he do for you?
He signed some autographs of The Walking Dead for me and took a photograph.
Wow.
Awesome.
Great guy, it seems.
Absolutely.
Have
What
you?
did he sign?
I got some issues signed, and then I bought an omnibus for my uncle for Christmas. I turned him into a fan as well. So I think all my family's read it. I've forced them to read it because I think that much of it.
So you physically forced them.
Yeah,
You have
absolutely.
to sit down and read this.
Yes, absolutely.
It's worth it, right?
It is.
Yeah.
It is. They're all fans now too. They all ask me
Do you
for.
force them to watch the show?
I do. They all watch it and enjoy it as well too.
So are you? Were you? How excited were you to come
Huge.
up here?
I've been here since 4:00.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I got here early to pick up my folder and then sat and read the 2 most recent issues and real excited. Was happy to be number 2.
Number 2, though, it doesn't have a good connotation about
Well,
it.
he already had his stuff ready, and I had to wait to purchase my comics before I had to pay for my comics. We
gotcha.
came in at the same time. I actually got the door for him, so.
That's awesome. And thanks so much for talking with us.
Oh, anytime. I really appreciate it.
My name's Paul. This is my buddy Drew. We're here from Louisville.
Right. Oh, so you drove about 45 miles?
Yeah.
No,
it's more like 80 miles.
Oh, 80 miles.
80 miles. Yeah,
Gotcha.
round trip.
It feels like 45 with him driving.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, Drew has gone to a lot of autograph signings, a lot of comic conventions, and I'm a big Walking Dead fan, so I just tagged along to this one.
From when? From how far back?
I got into it about the time the TV show started to be previewed.
Oh, yeah.
And then went back and read some of the comics and graphic novels and stuff like that. So,
Good deal.
but yeah, it's been great.
Very good, very good. So travel.
Daryl, like your favorite character now?
I don't know. He's getting there.
Daryl's
He's
pretty
getting
awesome.
there.
Isn't he?
Yeah. He's getting
Not
there. I'm
everybody
waiting
can
to
take a
see
bullet.
Exactly.
That's right.
Crossbow.
Right. And several arrows. And,
That's awesome.
I'm interested to see how the show is going to reintroduce his brother, Daryl, at some, or
Merle.
Merle at some
Right.
point. What happens to
enough.
that? So.
Now, you're in a different city. How did you hear about it?
I had a buddy that is on an autograph forum.
Yeah.
And so we've got some Walking Dead posters signed by a lot of the cast.
Oh, wow.
So I'm going to get Roberts on the top of the poster, the
That's
creator of
cool.
the series, right?
Good deal.
And so he mailed me his poster and said that Robert was going to do this, and I guess he follows him on Twitter. So I believe that's how I heard about it.
All right.
So
Good deal.
we go to Dragon Con every year.
Awesome.
So the whole cast basically was there. So
Sweet.
I'm hoping that Andrew Lincoln and what's Lori's name? The actress that plays Lori. I can't remember. I hope they show up at Dragon Con.
Good deal, good deal. Well, thanks so
Okay.
much.
All right, here's Will, the roving reporter, along with his sidekick, Troy.
Hi there.
And we're here interviewing some more fans of Robert Kirkman, right?
Yes, sir.
And what did, well, just introduce yourself for us.
My name is Logan.
Dryden.
Brandy.
Fantastic.
Brandy seems really excited to be here.
I'm stoked. I am. I'm enjoying myself.
She's a reserve stoked.
I'm curious as to who played Doc Ock in Spider-Man 2.
Because you're...
Gotta Google that.
You do.
Because I look like him.
Yes.
You've known this all your life.
He does not look like
No,
him.
he completely does.
Molina, that's his last name, right?
Yes. Robert Molina.
I think so.
Alfred Molina?
Alfred Molina.
But you look like him, really.
He does not look anything like him.
It's true.
You need glasses checked.
Okay, maybe so. Regardless.
So did you get anything signed?
Yes, I got the first 3 volumes of the hardbacks.
Awesome.
And he drew a zombie on the first one for me, which was awesome. So
That is incredible.
I'm happy. Now I got to figure out how to put these heavy books on my wall.
I call it a bookshelf. You might want to think about
No, they're going straight up in frames on the wall.
Yeah?
Yep. On display, trifecta.
Shadow boxes, maybe?
Yeah, shadow boxes.
Okay.
Now, how did you hear
And
about
toggle
the
bolts.
signing? just big staples.
A friend of mine heard it from somewhere, and he texted me, day before yesterday?
No, it was yesterday.
Yeah, it was yesterday. So, yeah, we're making it no matter what.
Good deal. Now, what about anything else about the experience at Triple A Plus Comics?
A-plus comic?
Well, this is our first time here, but it's definitely got a lot more going on than our LCS. So,
Yes.
there's a lot more toys and stuff. So we may end up coming back on a more leisurely level, but
Because it is pretty backed.
I was thinking the same thing. Our LCS, they got some good people there, but
yeah, it's just it doesn't have the toys. I'm just in awe of the toys. It's hearkening me back to.
so you're a big fan of the toys.
Oh yes, all the Star Wars toys.
I'm picking
Of course.
that up. Do you like?
My mom gave them all away.
No, are you serious? That's horrible.
Gave them away to a neighborhood kid. So yeah, thousands of dollars worth of Star Wars memories gone. Oh well.
That's sad.
Oh yeah, but back to Robert. I did ask him if Michonne was going to show up anytime soon, and of course he immediately went with the obligatory. I can't say anything. So
That's not a denial.
He said she will be in the show, but he can't say anything as to when.
She's
So,
a popular character.
Yeah, I can't wait to see her.
Well, with the timeline of the comics, not too far away from it.
Yeah, they should be heading to the prison pretty soon.
Right.
So,
Not that we're spoiling anything, but
People are talking about the prison.
yes.
spoiler alert. Hold on.
Good deal. Good deal. All right, well, thanks so much.
All right.
Have a safe drive back.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so who are we talking to?
My name is Macy.
Macy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a nice name.
Well, thank you.
And what brings you here to A Plus Comics today?
I'm getting one of the books signed for my mom for Christmas.
Oh, awesome. So she's a fan of Robert Kirkman?
She saw The Walking Dead and she likes vampires and zombies and all that stuff. And
Oh, well, you came to the right place then, because Robert Kirkman's here today.
I know.
So it's you have a hardback?
Yeah, I have number 6. I gave her 1 through 5 already for Christmas because she has 5 kids, like 1 from each kid. And number 6 will be signed.
Oh, nice.
She doesn't know it's going to her yet, though.
Oh, well, we won't tell her.
Well, thank you.
No, thank you.
So we're like in line. There's 66, 67 in front of us. We are 62 and 61. We're crazy that way and did not go in order.
But we're okay with that.
This is true. This is true. And what number are you guys?
67.
Oh, no, 67 is behind us.
Okay.
But 64 is in front of us.
As long as we're all
70 is in front of us. This is crazy. This is madness.
It's crazy.
This is crazy madness.
No organization.
So I'll let you know the audience is dude heavy.
Is dude heavy? The audience is?
Is dude heavy?
Well, there's a lady behind you.
But there you go. But I think that you would point her out points out that we're dude heavy.
There's a lady there.
Well, that's true. Okay, there you go.
And there's a lady over there.
And that's about it.
There's a few ladies here. It'd be
There are?
safe to say I'm one of the youngest of the...
Do you think so? We're recording for a podcast called Completely Comics. What number are you all?
I'm 73, he's 72.
71.
How far did you all travel to get here?
Cynthiana.
So that okay, that's like where it starts. That's so awesome. Okay, so the TV show starting, that wasn't really Cynthiana, was it?
No, they didn't get that authentic, unfortunately.
But the first the first issue, Tony Moore, when we interviewed him, he said,
Yeah, it's Harrison Hospital, right up the street from where we live.
Wow, is it awesome? Is that pretty cool?
Yeah, I think it is.
Is there a bunch of dead bodies laying out?
Oh, yeah, of course. It's,
Army vehicles.
well, okay, it's right next to a graveyard, so they're laying out there underground.
There you go.
I thought that was kind of convenient that the hospital right next to the graveyard.
It saves time that way.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And transportation costs.
Look at his awesome shirt. You know what that is?
No, tell me what that
That is
shirt
a Final Fantasy shirt.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
The old Final Fantasy.
It's like 8-bit.
That's so
That's when it was
funny.
good.
Yeah.
I thought
You
it
can
would.
actually play through it and not have to swap discs after disc after disc.
Well, you don't have to do that anymore.
Well, no, but...
My cat's name is Mittens.
What?
Never mind. That's a Simpsons reference.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks so much. You'll get a free comic just in a second, right? Just a second. So we are, looks to be about 12 people from the front. This is so exciting.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14.
14. See, I'm good at estimating. But this is exciting. Oh, look, they're standing up to take pictures with Mr. Kirkman. This is super exciting. Anything else to add? Is your excitement?
I'm super excited.
Are you
Did I
super
say
excited?
Yeah.
That was a real person coughing. That was not Mr. Kirkman.
He's a real person.
That is true. They're like really taking pictures. This is really awesome. Let's me think of anything else super awesome.
I feel like you've never done anything like this before.
I waited on for Robert Kirkman. I have never done. In a local comic shop.
No.
See? That's what makes it so cool.
That is cool.
All right? And the owner just waved at people behind us. Not us, but people behind us. That makes it cool.
Yeah.
Good deal. So I am off here. We are at the table with Mr. Kirkman. This is exciting.
Yes, we are. Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Ah, not much. How are you doing?
I am doing just fine.
Yeah?
What are you guys doing?
Super. Fantastic.
Have to be nice because you guys are recording me. Usually,
It's for our podcast.
Usually it'd be all rude and insults, but I don't want it to be on record.
Your restraint.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, appreciate it.
And we have something for you. Not everyone has a Return to Snowy River promotional postcard anymore. And
Autographed by
yes,
people
By us.
Oh, it's by you guys.
yeah. But compliments of Completely Comics. That's the podcast that we do.
Feel free to throw it away if you want to.
You may.
No, I'm gonna frame this. And
It's suitable for the back pocket.
Can we get a picture?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, let's go this way. So right behind us in line was one of the most awesome fans. Introduce yourself.
Josh Hall.
Okay, so tell us about your whole process of what you got signed, how you got it, and then brought it here.
Okay, well, last July I ordered it off of Ultimate Comics website, and it was $20.
It being
the issue 75 exclusive to a retailer variant, only 1,000 copies made.
And so, what happened just a few minutes ago?
Robert Kirkman, I had him do a sketch and sign it for me. I knew I was holding on to it for a reason.
I know. That is so awesome. And you were pretty happy.
Yes,
you know,
absolutely.
You're still happy now.
Oh, yeah. It was a 2.5-hour drive, but so worth it.
Right, because you came from Huntington, right?
Yes.
Awesome. As in West Virginia.
Yes.
Gotcha. Thanks so much. Enjoy your drive back.
Thank you, you too.
Bye.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, and who are you?
My name is Shayla Strunk, and I'm an employee here at A Plus Comics.
You work at a comic shop?
I do.
And you're a girl?
I do.
How cool is that?
I guess it's pretty cool. I know nothing about comics, but I'm here.
That's all that matters.
Exactly. I love my job.
So, what is the most exciting thing about working at a comic store?
I guess the people you get to meet on a daily basis. That's what I would say, because I love people in general, and just the people that come in, I love them.
Oh, that's cool. Cool. That's very cool. So, are you excited that Robert Kirkman's here today?
I am very excited. As you guys know, he's here in the store, and I've started watching the TV show, and my boyfriend actually bought me the first trade for Christmas to get signed by him. So, pretty excited about that.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. So,
is this a usual night? There's like 100 and some people here. Is this a usual night?
Normally we get a couple people in and out through the day. We've never had over 100 people in the store at once that I know of since I started working here, and I've been here since August. So never had this many people at once, but it's pretty exciting.
Good deal, good deal.
Well, you don't have Robert Kirkman in every day, so that makes a big difference.
It's true.
We don't. Yeah.
We don't have Robert Kirkman in every day either.
Hey, if we all had Robert Kirkman in every day, we'd all be famous.
There's the quote.
That's my Facebook status. So, you said you've been working here since August?
Yes, I have. I got a job here because my boyfriend plays Magic, and I was always sitting in the back of the store. They told me, well, if you're going to come sit here every night, you might as well get paid to sit here.
That's good thinking. So thank you so much for spending time with us, and we'll give you something free so you can remember Completely Comics.
Thank you guys for coming out.
So, please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Christy Battaglia, and me and my husband, Russ, own A Plus Comics.
Oh, very good, very good. Now, we are here because Robert Kirkman is in the back signing right now, right?
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the experience of creating such an event. Is it usual that 127 people are in?
No, it is not. Robert very graciously retweeted it for us. He's done signings with us in the past for Free Comic Book Day and stuff, but that was way before the TV show and everything like
that. There's a TV show?
There is.
Oh, wow.
And stuff. So I had put it on our Twitter, and I did not ask Robert because I didn't know how many people he actually wanted to let know he was in the area for a little while. And so he very graciously and very awesomely retweeted it for us.
Wow.
And allowed all of his 97,000 followers to know that he was here doing a signing.
Right. We've interviewed people from Indiana and also Charleston, West Virginia. So you've got people driving 3 hours for you. And not everybody, but a vast majority of the people that we're interviewing saying, I just picked up blah, blah, blah. So I'm sure your sales.
Yes.
Have you noticed any?
I had done a major reorder through Diamond on Monday, and we actually got it today. Stocking and stuff, and I ordered everything that Diamond had in stock. There was a couple of items that they didn't have that I wish they had been in stock of. But we ordered everything that they had in stock and stuff to try to stock up and make sure we had enough items for people to purchase.
So you bought out all Diamond had?
I didn't buy out all they had, but I did order at least some of every item that they had available for me to purchase.
That's pretty awesome. What is your usual night, people coming down on a Wednesday night? Because Wednesday night's a big night.
Yes, Wednesday night is normally Comic Book Day. A lot of our regulars, they actually either are coming tomorrow to get their books, or they came earlier today and then came back because of all the chaos at the register. So.
Oh, sure enough. Well, what's the fun? Tell me a little bit about the organization of, how far out did he agree to it?
I just sent him an email about Thanksgiving or so and stuff, but he's a very awesome and very gracious guy, and so
Absolutely.
We just got really lucky because he isn't actually no longer in the area anymore. He actually moved out to California, so we just got really lucky.
Now, to put on an event like this, we mentioned before that there were volunteers helping part.
Yeah, we have a thing here called the A+ Squad, which is just a group of customers of ours that when we have free comic book day or we have a big sale or anything like that, they'll volunteer. Sometimes when there's a big movie that's releasing in a theater, we'll go and pass out flyers in a movie theater for like Iron Man or Captain America or something like that. And so they're just customers that they just want to volunteer.
Is there anyone you want to thank individually?
There was a Michael who was our doorman and assisted with parking. There was also a couple of others, Matt and Tatum, that are manning tables and stuff to kind of watch tables and help us out that way. So our customers we feel are the best in the world. We feel like we have the best customers in the world.
Well, they are, but at both tables, I've talked to both of them.
Yes.
They're super friendly, and the
Yes.
staff behind the counter, she's great too.
Yeah, this store was created for the community, and our slogan is A+ Comics, where customers come first, and we will do everything we possibly can to make sure that our customers get the best service possible.
How long have you been in existence?
11 years.
Wow. And you've been the owners that whole time?
Yes, my husband actually created the store for my stepson. He used to take him into other stores to buy Pokemon cards, and generally speaking, comic book stores are not generally known for being family friendly, being nice to the soccer mom and stuff like that. And my husband knew nothing about comics, but knew that if he gave good customer service, people would come back. And we still know nothing about comics, and people, we've been here for 11 years.
That's
well, I gotta say, I'm impressed with the store because, like another customer was saying earlier, it's clean, it's organized, and I'm impressed with that because not all comic shops are like that.
We pride ourselves on being very customer friendly, very kid friendly, family oriented, and stuff. That's what the store was created for. Was for the kids and families and moms and dads and stuff to be able to have a clean, fun environment to bring kids in and introduce them to comics.
Very good, very good. So how many people do you guess came in tonight?
We numbered up to like 126, and then we ran out of numbers. So,
there you go.
And it's only 7 o'clock, so we still have another hour to go.
Gotcha.
So,
and not specific with sales, though, but like an event like this, so another store listening, wanting to do such a thing, not on Free Comic Book Day, really, you couldn't pick a worse day, Christmas, whatever. But, what do you think, how has it impacted your sales?
It has. You just got to plan, like, for example, obviously, we did a huge order through Diamond, so that influxed our bill part and stuff. So, but you got to make sure that you have the merchandise here. And it is a gamble because we ordered a ton of stuff, and it was a gamble that it would sell. Walking Dead is something that we constantly keep in stock, and it's our number one bestseller book in the store anyway. So we would eventually have gone through the product. It's just one of those things of making the big gamble to have a humongous an extra diamond bill, basically,
And
so.
each of those tables that we're mentioning are the, Walking Dead products, and the displays just being there add to the excitement of the night.
Yeah, because it's funny because a lot of people still don't know it's a comic book.
Oh.
We still get people walking in on a daily basis going, "It's a comic book? Really?" Because they have no idea. They just know it from the TV show. So we've sold a ton of number one volume trades and stuff. And that's the one book in the store that we have a money-back guarantee on. You buy the first trade, you bring it back, you don't like it, we'll give you your money back. Out of the 6 years it's been out, only 4 people have brought it back. Generally what happens is the next day they come back and buy 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then the next day they'll come back and buy the rest of them until they get caught up.
And what's so funny is the people that we've been talking to, they've been buying it for other people. You would expect it, boyfriends, whatever. But twice they've bought for their moms. And it's like, what's the deal with that?
Yeah, it's the phenomenon of the zombie thing and and Walking Dead is not, what people forget Dead is, it's not a zombie book.
No.
Walking Dead is about...
It's about Rick Grimes and the people around him.
Well, it's survival. What
The
happens?
survivors,
It's not necessarily. I mean, there was several episodes that had very few zombies in them because it was more about what happens with the group and not what do you do as a person if you wake up and this really happens. You got to figure out how to survive and stuff. So that's what is a huge draw because it's not just your typical zombie.
Right.
Bite.
It's not a gross
thing.
out.
Right.
It's there, but the story is the people. And
Right, it's the drama
surviving.
and stuff, and that's what the huge draw is.
Right, exactly. How does this family, the family, so how does that survive when,
Right.
it's all going to pot? That's very true. Well, listen, thanks so much for
No problem.
Thanks for this event. It's
No
been
problem.
super
Thank you
great.
guys for coming out. I'm glad you guys had fun.
So we're here with part of the comic squad, absolutely.
squad.
But you will remain nameless because tell us what happened as you were giving out numbers to all the fans coming in.
So as I was handing out numbers, I'm just here to help out for friendliness and because I love the store coming here and so I'm handing out numbers and. As I was talking to one person, telling them where to park, another gentleman was coming through the door. I said, "Oh, hey, if you're getting something signed, here's the number to get in line." And then the people I was talking to were like, "That's the guy." I'm like, "I don't know who the guy is." And that's it. So everyone's giving him and myself a hard time about getting a number.
It is too funny. It is too funny. Where he's the talent, he's not blamed.
Yeah, he's not blamed. It's my fault.
Could you say, this is Robert Kirkman and you're listening to Completely Comics?
Sure. Hi, this is Robert Kirkman, and you're listening to Completely Comics.
I just shit myself. Okay. Next.
And I just shit myself, too.
Too awesome. All right, now my real question is, because this is a thought-provoking
I just
question.
shit myself wasn't a real question?
That was not the real question. Okay, so has it already happened? Or when will it happen when you feel that you've made it, that this is something? Do you have like a mental like this is when I've achieved or whatever? And has that happened already, or is it in the future?
I don't know. I mean, I don't really focus on that kind of stuff, but I will say that I don't think I'll ever have something else as successful as The Walking Dead, and I don't think that, anything I do will ever be as popular as it's become. And so if I'm ever going to make it, I kind of feel like I, have to a certain extent because, I mean, it's in like 200 different countries and, the books are getting translated like all over the world and the TV show's this massive hit. So, I don't know.
Wait, there's a TV show?
There is a TV show.
I believe it's real.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess I kind of have to admit that. I mean, things are going great.
Sure
I'm pretty pleased with how things.
Was there a
going.
moment when you saw the billboard, first billboard or something, where you said, "Crap, this is going to be big"?
No, actually, it was right here when you asked me this question.
Right now,
I've been denying it up to this point.
That is good.
No, yeah, it's weird. I've seen a lot of billboards. It was on the cover of Mad Magazine. They did like a spoof of it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of things like that where I'm like, wow, I cannot believe this is happening. This is totally bizarre.
That's
you can talk to Chris Hardwick about it. That's impressive. That's
Chris Hardwick and I are old friends at this point.
Oh, friends. Chris Bosch. There you go. Well, that was my one question, Will.
Okay. My question is basically...
Make it better than that guy's question.
Yeah, he sucks. I drag him along on the show. Anyway.
The term you're looking for is you carry him.
I carry him.
You carry him on the show.
No, I have to drag him. It's not even carry. Anyway, how did you exactly get involved with Image Comics, and when did that all start?
I got involved with, I was always a huge fan of Image Comics from the day they formed in 1992. And in particular, I was a big fan of Savage Dragon and the writer and artist of that book, Eric Larson. And so when I started self-publishing my book, Battle Pope, I used it to meet him. And so I actually had a guy here in Kentucky who was putting together a website called penciljack.com, which I think is still in operation. It's like a message board, and he was doing interviews with creators at the time, and he was going to interview Eric Larson. And I said, you know what, I'm doing that interview for you. And so he had Larson's phone number and had set up this interview, and I was doing Battle Pope at the time, and I just happened to, call him up and do like a 2-hour interview for this website with him. And through the course of that interview, he got the sense that I actually read his book and liked his book, and we talked about, his career a lot and stuff, and I guess he had a good time. And so from that point on, I would call him Like, I would basically be working on Battle Pope and I'd go, you know what? It's the 13th. I haven't called Eric Larson in 7 days. It's totally not going to be weird if I call him. You know, it's been enough time. I can call him again. And so by doing that and talking to him on the phone, I kind of got to be buddies with him. And he eventually looked at Battle Pope and thought it was okay and let me use Savage Dragon in it. And then when I started trying to branch out and do other things, I started submitting things to Image, and it was really helpful because I could submit things and then also call Eric Larson and be like, hey, I submitted this, will you look at it? And more often than not, my books would get turned down, and then I would call Eric Larson and be like, hey, they didn't like this book. Like, what the heck, man? And he'd be like, that book's pretty cool. I'm going to make them accept it. And so there were a few books in my career that, like, Image would have turned down if it hadn't been for Eric Larson. So that's pretty much how I got into it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Cool. Awesome.
And now I'm a partner in the company, so what the heck?
What the heck?
There you go. But it's
You've come a long
today
way.
that you got the Return from Snowy River promotional.
That's true, and it's autographed by Tom Selleck and Alan Thicke, who are starring. I don't know who stars in that movie. I
have no idea.
Just made that up.
No idea.
They were big, too.
Thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
you.
We really
Oh, no.
appreciate it.
Thanks a lot.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're back in the car.
Yes, we are.
And we've finished our evening with Robert Kirkman.
And what a lovely evening it was.
It was. He is really the real deal. Like, it was so funny. Like, one of the things he was just talking about at the end there was, you know, and now I'm partial owner in the company. And he was talking about Image Comics. And he was sitting there across the table. I'm sure he has one of our Return from Snowy River postcards. I'm sure he's going to do something with that.
He has our autographs. That's awesome.
It is totally true. So that was really, really great.
He seems like such a great guy. Such a great guy.
Exactly. He is real. And, you know, one of the things that on another podcast that I listened to, they said, like, don't worry about the money, and the money will take care of itself, you know, if you're doing what you love. And he's a prime example, you know, of that. My question, when do you think you made it? And he's, I don't think that, you know, it'll get any bigger than Walking Dead, but, you know, I'm just working. It was just so great. It was so great to talk to him and all the good people that were around.
Yeah, that's a great store. I mean, the customers were really friendly, nice people. The people who worked there were very warm, and
it really was funny. It was like they were given a script about what to say about the store. It is a clean store. It is well organized, you know, or something. Because, you know, the more we talk to people, they said, this is such a clean store. And it's true.
Well, the people being, the owners and the people who work there being so personable and friendly, it makes you want to go back, you know?
Absolutely.
It makes all the difference in the world when you have good customer service and
heart for the customers, you know?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So people, go to A Plus Comics on Facebook and, Google it and go to their website. We'll have a link from our page, and our page is,
CompletelyComics.com.
Go there. We'll also on Facebook follow us, too, people. We'd love to, keep you in the loop as things develop with, going on board with Image ourselves.
Oh, is that our next step?
That's the next step, maybe.
Okay, maybe.
And then, who knows? It's, just, join us on Facebook. That's where we're going.
Ooh, there's a police car passing us right now.
This is real. That's the Robert Kirkman police motorcade.
So many things have happened to us today on our way here.
We've had so many crazy things. I hit stop on the recorder.
You did. I saw you.
And this big box flies out of a pickup truck in front of us. And by big, I mean
like refrigerator box size.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I did the manly thing and hit it. And it was flying out.
And I did the girly thing and said, ah!
He really did. He gasped. Because this was like a refrigerator thing coming towards us. But I just buckled down and barreled it.
You did what?
I barreled it.
Borrowed it?
And so that was that. Then that police car just a second ago. Woo!
And then you turning right from the left lane.
When was? Oh yeah, but that was nothing. That was normal driving.
That was normal.
That's an everyday thing.
You normally are in the left lane and turn right.
This is true.
Okay.
All right, so that is that. We've given our contact information. Email address is completelycomics@gmail.com. Again, that's
completelycomics@gmail.com.
Thanks so much, and talk to you next week, guys.
Later.
That surely was a great evening. In everyone we interview, you could hear their voices of excitement and hear the sounds in the background. I get excited just hearing it myself. We ask you to go over to the Berea Podcast on Facebook and like us there. That's turning into the primary way that we're communicating with people who like the show. So please do that for us. Talk to you next week.